So for our week 4 assignment and the inabilities that were present within our video, we're going to look into what muscles we need to target through our 4-phase NASM continuum in order to be able to allow the body to pressurize and vertically displace the pelvis in regards to the squat. So the first thing we're going to look at is using our handy dandy foam roller to be able to roll the posterior side of our body. So we're going to go ahead and hit this. You have 3 various levels of vibration you can choose from. We are going to foam roll the upper back, T-spine, no low back, hamstrings just to be safe, and the lower leg complex of the soleus, gastroc, and posterior. So within that, we're going to spend about 15 to 20 seconds of rolling each particular spot. And then if there's a trigger point present, we're going to stay there for a little bit, let the tissues become more compliant, and then move on along the chain. Now, because we do not have the ability to foam roll the anterior portion of our of our body from the hips up because of the softness of the tissues and the organs that are present, we're going to look to be able to address that in our next phase. So what we're going to actually do is walk over here and get our dead hangs. This is going to be able to stretch everything from arms all the way down to legs to make sure the tissues that may be over or underactive have the ability to be more compliant from here. So we're going to come up here, jump all the way up, and then just hang out here. All right. Now, grip will be the limiting factor in that exercise. So about 15 seconds of deep breaths will get the tissues to relax, and any possible overactive muscle can be addressed within that dead hang because gravity is pulling us and letting the muscles become more pliable. Right after that, just to address the posterior and anterior side, we're going to use a little bit of yoga-esque movement with our child's pose and our cobra pose. So what we are going to do is get in all fours, hips back, knees being in our stomach is going to create a block to where then we can push air into our back. When we drop our hips to the ground, we're going to get the ability to push air into our anterior core, with the goal being to use these 2 exercises to help teach our body to be able to push air within the anterior and posterior portion to get that more 360 degrees of encapsulation forward and back, while allowing the diaphragm and the pelvic floor to ascend and descend. So we're going to get here, hips back. Excuse me for not being all the way back. I do have placing screws in my leg. Deep breath in, breathe out, relax. Drop into it, hips to the ground, deep breath in. Push the ground, relax. Try to get a deeper stretch. All right, those are our 2 exercises we are going to use for our lengthening phase. Then we're going to move over to here. First and foremost, we're going to use our single arm row to be able to get reciprocal motion through the ribs to be able to push air in either side. With all of these exercises, again, the goal is just to push air so we can pressurize the capsule and then move from there. So because this is a bilateral issue, we will be assuming a tall kneeling position. Moving forward from here, both knees down on the ground. Making sure the hips are posteriorly tilted and tall, reaching long with one arm, pulling down, reaching long with the other arm, and breathing. So deep breath out to set the rib cage. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and then come back. We want to cycle a breath in each particular phase to be able to push air within specific spots of our body. All right. Next, we're going to again create a block in our back and be able to push air within the anterior core with our dead bug. So there are varying levels that you can assume with this exercise. Low back flat on the ground. Staying here and breathing being level 1. Using the legs, level 2. Using the arms, level 3. And integrating contralateral function for level 4. Again, with each movement, we're looking to take a deep breath in the static position, move and exhale, then breathe back in on the way back in. All right, again, we're putting a block in our back, which will allow us to push air within the anterior portion of our body. All right, to integrate this all in, we are going to take a light weight elevate the heels. From here, we are going to take the weight away from our body in a goblet squat position. Deep exhale to set the rib cage. Ribs should come down, hips should be posteriorly tilted underneath. You're gonna take a deep breath in. Breathe out, descend. We'll come back up. Again, let me do the breathing. Breathe in, hold it, breathe out, stand back up. With the goal of going straight up and down. The heels elevated will take care of anything that might be overactive within our lower leg and will allow us to focus on being more upright with our posture. All right, the NASM continuum put into practice in regards to the week 4 video that we were looking at. Thank you.